We've been covering what the folks have been saying about this economy, and it's just amazing to watch all these videos they're making, because we as Black Americans have been going through this for decades in this country. Decades. And we've always figured out how to make it, how to eat, how to just live. But yet they freaking out about everything. But I want you to hear something this woman says in this video that I really want to home in on, because they really got life messed up, especially the way things are going, and it's going to continue to be. Let's check this out.
We live in a third world country. Look around you. If we lived in a first world country, then why was my rent this same exact apartment? Sorry, I've got all this TikTok shit. But why was the rent $800 or $700 5 to 10 years ago? It went up $500, $600, $700, and I live in a 1-bedroom with 4 people. People are splitting the rent. They're staying in abusive relationships just to pay the rent because they can't afford it on their own. Not to mention damn near taking your own life by working 12 to 16-hour days just to pay the rent. My apartment, it's not luxury. It's average. It's normal. For $1,300 for a 1-bedroom, not including water, electric, Wi-Fi. Honestly, what first world country do you see? Are you going to work 60 to 70 hours every single week for A, for you to get fired and then replace you, or B, for you to just die and have no time to live? Sorry, but you're not meant to work like a robot and pay bills like you're an ATM machine. Let's be honest here. Are you really living, or are you surviving? What first world country do you really see?
First of all, as a person who's traveled and been to what's considered a third world country, we are countries. We are not a third world country. Sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. Because people who live in a third world country, I guarantee you they would love to trade places with you and deal with your problems. And then you can go deal with their problems. Because people that live in third world countries deal with load shedding a lot, or may not even have lights for days. They don't have job opportunities. They can have whole college degrees and can't do nothing with it. They have a whole lot going on against them. They don't have the services you have. They don't have Section 8. They don't have welfare. If you have a child, they don't have WIC. They don't have food stamps. They don't have anything. You get it how you live. That's basically how it is. No help for you at all. They don't have the type of internet that we have. The lights stay on the way they stay on here. I mean, most in America, unless you didn't pay your bill or some natural disaster or something like that, your lights stay on for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We don't do water shedding where they cutting the water off so many hours a day to preserve. They're not doing internet to us here. What are you talking about? No, the fact is you feel America's third world because what your people told you how you should live is not happening. So they told you just go to school, get a good degree, whatever, get a good job. You can take vacation. You can spend all the money you want. Because listen, you're complaining about rent and money, but you just say I have all this stuff on your counter from TikTok. TikTok don't give away, TikTok shop don't give away nothing away for free. So you're paying for it. See, the problem with a lot of y'all is that you say you're struggling. No, because people who's really struggling in quote unquote third world countries not shopping on TikTok shop. You can't complain about your bills, but yet you're spending money on TikTok shop. No, that's all that kind of money you saw, ma'am, could have been put toward your bills or rent. There you go. Now, do I agree with you? The price of rent is ridiculous. Yes, I'm not denying that. I'm with you 2,000% about the price of rent. It don't make sense. Rent costs as much as somebody's mortgage now. These people have really taken advantage. Okay, so I'm with you there. But y'all got life twisted. Y'all think y'all can just spend any kind of money you want and the money's there for you to pay your bills. That's your problem. That's your big problem. You want to spend, but don't want to save. And see, us as black people, we understand. We've dealt with this for decades. Like, yeah, I'm going to have to hold off on that. I'm going to have to stick with my clothes. I got to pay rent. Or let me hold off. I got to have money for food next week. I gotta have some gas money. Well, we know about curbing our spending. We the kings and queens of that. But y'all never had to really curb your spending like that as a collective, because you always had a job. Even if you didn't have a degree, you had opportunities for good jobs. Just all you had to do is show up. A lot of instances, just show up. And you can get jobs that black people had to have whole college degrees for. Many of us have seen that. All that crying that you're broke, the economy is bad, America's third world, and all the other things, like, no. That's your experience. That's not everybody's experience. Definitely ain't all black people experience. They got black people every day that kind of laugh at you hearing what you have to say. They got black folks who are doing very well in America, even at this dispensation of time. That's not even tripping on you. Trust me, I know black folks are doing well, because black folks be at the club, the lounge, the hookah bar. Black folks be at concerts. Black folks enjoy themselves every weekend out here in Houston. That's for sure. But we know how to adapt to where when we don't have no money, we know exactly what to do and how to do it. The fact is, y'all struggling because of what Trump is doing. And Trump don't even care about y'all. They the reason asked Trump about the housing bill. Say, hey, it was bipartisan. You're not going to sign it? I ain't worried about that. He says, I'm worried more about the SAVE Act. I'm not worried about that. He holding up, signing or vetoing the bill, whatever he wants to do. He's holding it up. And he don't care about none of y'all. He don't care if all white Americans suffer. He don't care. And that's been the attitude in your community anyway, from the people that make money. They do not care about poor whites. But how we looking at it is like, well, maybe if you'd addressed these issues when we were talking about them, you wouldn't be dealing with it. But how y'all have told us, stop complaining, stop being a victim, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, get another job, and just go to work. You got money for TikTok shop, then that means you need to be working more. You need 2, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. And stop talking about you got to work why you have to work so many hours. That sounds like laziness to me, that you don't want to work. What do you want? You want people to give you things for free? Nobody's going to give you anything for free. You have to work, right? That's what we've been told as black Americans when we made these same complaints. We have to work, pull ourselves up by a bootstrap, stop complaining, stop being a victim. And so that's what we say to you. Stop complaining, stop being a victim. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Get a 3rd and 4th job. And no, you don't need a day off until all your bills are paid. I mean, that's what we was told. So if that was a good advice for us, then that's advice we have for you. Them bootstraps need to get pulled up. But brothers and sisters, look, we're gonna keep looking at these videos. We're gonna keep reviewing them, because it's just amazing. It's just amazing how they're complaining, from the women and the men. It's not just one. They're crashing out online behind something we've dealt with for decades. Boy, I tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy to see how they're literally experiencing everything financially that we have been experiencing. It's just an amazing time to see.